I am so delighted to see so many brilliant minds ready to embark on this intellectual journey with me today.
Seminar 2 covers the orientation to seminars on how to write a doctoral dissertation. It introduces you to all the important topics relating to a doctoral dissertation that doctoral students normally take for granted. Those seminars also contain many deceptively simple strategies that can make a huge career or life-changing impact on how long it takes for you to write your dissertation and to graduate. Our dissertation writing seminars will likely remove the uncertainties and minimize the risks associated with writing a doctoral dissertation and help you to graduate in a timely manner. Besides, those seminars can most definitely help to fast-track your delayed promotions, career advancements, as well as ensure that you spend more time with your precious family and friends. Let me also take the opportunity to remind you that we do not and will not write your dissertation. We show you how to write it. This seminar describes how an entire dissertation is structured and presented. First, and all important, to members of your dissertation committee, who must agree with your conclusions. Second, this seminar will review the main topics that must be presented as original research. If your dissertation were like mine, it will only be read by your committee and some other doctoral candidates seeking to build on your work. Therefore, barring an unexpected stroke of extreme luck, you can now plan to change the world after graduation, not with this dissertation. With this in mind, Seminar 2 only covers the topics relating to a doctoral dissertation and includes definition of doctoral dissertation, ethics in dissertation research, components of a doctoral dissertation, development of a dissertation manuscript, working with the dissertation committees, length of a dissertation, using style manuals and why they are important, and the complexity of writing a doctoral dissertation. The fact that you are participating in this seminar indicates that you are on track to complete the doctoral program and graduate. Congratulations! From Seminar 3 to Seminar 9, we will show you how to write the doctoral dissertation, the most critical requirement for earning the doctoral degree. You may not be aware, but only about half of all students who enter doctoral programs in Canada and the United States complete and graduate, according to Frank J. Elgar, Dalhousie University, and the U.S.-based Council of Graduate Schools. And for those who graduate, the process can take 10 years or more. In agreement, Rosanna Tamburi and a 2016 study by the Council cited several factors that account for the high attrition rates and long completion times that have long plagued doctoral education in Canada and the United States. Among them were changes in family status, employment, military commitments, dissatisfaction with the program, needing to work, inadequate funding, students' lack of preparation, academic isolation, and poor academic supervision. However, according to that same 2016 study, the main factor driving high attrition and long completion times among all candidates was that of actually writing the doctoral dissertation. The doctoral dissertation is perhaps by far the longest and most extensive, sophisticated, and multifaceted independent study project you will ever undertake at any university. Besides, the dissertation writing process is time-consuming, drawn out, and sometimes baffling. It can also proceed in unexpected ways, and the result can be unpredictable. Regardless of its level of difficulty, writing a doctoral dissertation should never be that complicated or painful, to the extent that more than one-half of all doctoral candidates never get to earn the title of doctor. Hence, the single goal of the dissertation writing seminars, your seminar leaders, and dissertation chairs is to simplify the dissertation writing process to get you to earn your doctorate. Your seminar leaders have doctorates and many years of experience helping doctoral students just like you to successfully write their dissertations. They will show you how to complete each chapter of your dissertation and how to succeed in your final dissertation defense. In Seminar 3 to Seminar 9, we will cover all the important activities that you must do to successfully write and defend the dissertation. But first, what is a doctoral dissertation? A doctoral dissertation is a formal and scholarly document undertaken in the partial fulfillment of the requirements for the doctoral degree. It demonstrates a candidate's ability to conduct original research using appropriate ethical and research procedures. A doctoral dissertation, also commonly called a doctoral thesis, is the final hurdle to earning the doctorate. It presents the author's academic research and findings in a specific format and follows very strict writing, academic, and ethical guidelines. Every student who is engaged in writing a doctoral dissertation must follow the university's dissertation policy. Therefore, please pay attention to your department's dissertation policies and dates, timelines, and deadlines. Dissertation policies are strictly followed. Now, let's start with the fact that dissertation completion rates are extremely low. While most doctoral students do not finish their doctoral programs, it is disheartening to know that the completion rate is below 40% in some disciplines. The biggest hurdle they face is that of writing the dissertation. Many students simply drop out of the program instead of undertaking the task of writing that dissertation. Here are the facts on completion rates for the doctorate. For most doctoral students, completing the academic coursework is usually not the problem. Their biggest challenge is the dissertation. Although they have the academic ability to succeed, less than 25% of doctoral students finish the doctorate in 5 years. Only 45% finish in 7. Overall attrition in U.S. doctoral degree programs is more than 45%. In Canada, it is about 30% over 7 years. In the U.S., attrition is highest in the humanities, only 12% complete within 5 years. Within 10 years, the completion rate for engineering is 64%, life sciences 63%, social sciences 56%, math and physical sciences 55%, and humanities 49%. You will observe that although still high, the attrition and completion rates are less pertinent in the laboratory sciences. This may be mainly because, in those fields, doctoral students usually work in close-knit research teams and are directed and funded by the chair's research programs. In addition, in such fields, there is more group interaction and perhaps more cooperation and conformity in research design. Overall, the attrition rates are high and the completion rates are very poor. And the main reason for this high attrition and poor completion is because students consider a doctoral dissertation as a huge undertaking. And yes, it truly is a great challenge. In fact, dissertation writing is one of the most challenging pieces of work any individual may ever face in his or her lifetime. Even the most talented students find that they are often underprepared for the rigorous demands of writing their dissertations. Many suffer for 3, 5, and sometimes even 7 or more years before they finish or drop out. Hence, we provide those seminars to support the writing of your dissertation and to ensure that you will enjoy the benefits of your enormous sacrifices and investments of time and money. In addition to the realization that dissertation writing is extremely challenging, there are other equally demanding ethical considerations in dissertation research. And although not directly the biggest impediment, the role of ethics in completing the doctorate also poses significant challenges for the doctoral student. Research that involves human subjects raises complex ethical, legal, social, and political issues. Research ethics is specifically interested in ethical issues that arise when people are involved as participants in research. Usually, there are 3 objectives in research ethics. Number 1, to protect human participants. Number 2, to ensure that research is conducted in a way that serves the best interests of individuals, groups, and society. And number 3, to examine specific research activities and projects for their ethical soundness, looking at issues such as the management of risk, protection of confidentiality, and the process of informed consent. In the end, all doctoral dissertations must follow very strict ethical guidelines. You and your dissertation chair are responsible for all ethical compliance. Furthermore, studies involving human subjects must comply with the university's policy on human subjects and must be approved by the Institutional Review Board, usually called the IRB. Remember, you must get IRB approval to collect data for your dissertation. Therefore, please check with your chair to ensure that you are in ethical compliance. Next, you must ensure that you address all the components of a dissertation, as prescribed by your department. A dissertation usually includes the following components: cover page, the page which is presented at the beginning of the dissertation with your name, title of dissertation, and name of university, date, etc. The university has its cover page template, which you must use. Abstract, a one-page summary of the dissertation. Chapter 1 includes the background and purpose, significance of study, statement of the problem, definition of key terms, theoretical framework, research questions and/or hypotheses, limitations, delimitations, and assumptions. Chapter 2. Is the literature review chapter usually the longest chapter of a dissertation? Here you review relevant literature to create a narrative that supports the focus of your dissertation. In this section, you will selectively organize the research material, make an outline, write an introduction, use headings and transitions, and write a paper synthesizing the literature on your topic. Chapter 3 is the methodology chapter and contains a detailed description of how the study will be conducted. This includes description of research participants, research instruments, research procedure, data collection, and data analysis. Chapter 4 reports the results of your research and is usually called the Analysis of Results chapter. It contains all items related to analyzing and presenting the results of your findings. Here you will create tables and graphs, summarize and report the data, create themes and patterns, apply statistical analyses, and use statistical packages or other applications where appropriate. Chapter 5 discusses results and findings of your study, makes inferences, reflections, conclusions, and recommendations. Finally, you end the dissertation with the bibliography and appendices. Appendices usually contain additional information on the topics explored in the body of the dissertation. They can contain lists of research instruments, permissions, tables, graphs, and all related documents, which were not included in the body of the dissertation. This ends Module 1 of the Orientation to Dissertation Writing seminars. In Module 2, we will discuss the role of your dissertation committee and the development of the dissertation manuscript.